Namaste and good morning, everyone. I am Bhaswar Mukherjee, Chairman and Independent Director of RegTech Solutions Limited. I also serve as the Chairman of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee. I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the 26th Annual General Meeting of the company. This meeting is being held through video conferencing, other audiovisual means on the NSDL platform in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013, SEBI listing regulations, and the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Mr. Santosh Kumar Sharma, Company Secretary of the company, has confirmed that the requisite quorum is present. Accordingly, I call the meeting to order. I extend a warm welcome to my esteemed colleagues on the board of your company. I will now introduce the directors present at this meeting. Mr. Ashok Venkatramani, Independent Director of the company, is present at this meeting. He is the Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Corporate Social Responsibility Committee, and Risk Management Committee of the company. Ashok.
Ashok sir, can you introduce yourself, sir?
I think he is not able to connect, but I can see him. He is attending the meeting. Mr. Madhavan Hariharan, Independent Director of the company, is also present in this meeting. He was appointed as an independent director during the year and is the chairman of the audit committee of the company. Madhavan.
Good morning to all of you.
I now invite the whole-time directors of the company to introduce themselves.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Balachandran, whole-time director and chief executive officer of the company. Thank you.
Namaste, good morning. I'm Deepta Rangarajan. I'm full-time director of the company. Thank you.
Good morning. I am PKX Thomas, full-time director and chief technology officer of the company.
Thank you. We also have with us Mr. Vinit Kandoi, chief financial officer of the company, Mr. Santosh Kumar Sharma, company secretary and compliance officer, members of the senior leadership team, representatives of the statutory auditors, KKC and Associates LLP, representatives of the secretarial auditor, Preeti J. Shet and Associates, and Ms. Preeti Shet, scrutinizer for the meeting. The annual report for the financial year 2025-26, together with the notice convening the meeting, has been sent electronically to all shareholders whose email addresses are registered with the company, depository participants, registrar, and share transfer agent. With your permission, the notice of the AGM and the annual report are taken as read. The statutory auditor's report on the standalone and consolidated financial statements does not contain any qualification, reservation, adverse remark, or disclaimer. Similarly, the secretarial audit report also does not contain any qualification, reservation, or adverse remark. Therefore, there is no requirement to read these reports at the meeting. The statutory registers and documents referred to in the notice of the AGM are available for inspection electronically by the members. Members also who wish to inspect the same may send a request to the company at cs@irisbusiness.com. Instructions for attending the AGM through VC, OAVM, and for e-voting have been provided in the notice of the AGM. Members who have registered themselves as speaker shareholders will be invited to speak at the appropriate time. We request the speaker shareholders to keep their questions brief and specific. After the registered speakers are heard, if time permits, other shareholders may also ask questions through the platform. I would also like to inform the shareholders that the proceedings of this meeting are being conducted through the NSDL platform and may also be made available on the company's official digital channel as may be applicable. Pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided remote e-voting facility to its members to cast their votes electronically on the resolutions set out in the notice of the AGM. The remote e-voting commenced on Tuesday, August 11, 2026 at 9 a.m. IST and ended on Thursday, August 13, 2026 at 5 p.m. IST. The cutoff date for determining the eligibility of members to vote was Saturday, August 8, 2026. Members attending the AGM today who have not already cast their votes through remote e-voting may cast their votes through the e-voting facility available during the AGM. Members who have already voted through remote e-voting may attend the meeting but will not be entitled to vote again. The board has appointed Ms. Preeti Shet of Preeti J. Shet and Associates Company Secretaries as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote e-voting and e-voting during the AGM in a fair and transparent manner. The voting results, along with the scrutinizer's report, will be submitted to BSE Limited and National Stock Exchange of India Limited and will also be placed on the website of the company and NSDL. Since the resolutions have already been put to vote electronically, there is no requirement for proposing or seconding the resolutions. The performance of the company for the financial year 2025-26 has been covered in detail in the board's report, management discussion and analysis report, and the financial statements forming part of the annual report. Dear shareholders, before I speak about the company's performance and outlook, I would like to place on record the board's sincere appreciation for the valuable contributions made by Mr. Vinod Agarwala and Dr. Hasib Ahmad Drabu, who completed their respective tenures as independent directors during the year. Mr. Vinod Agarwala provided thoughtful guidance, legal insight, and unwavering support to the company over several years, including during important milestones in the company's journey. Dr. Hasib Drabu brought to the board his rich experience in economics, public policy, banking, and governance. His perspectives and strategic inputs were highly valued by both the board and the management team. On behalf of the board, management, and shareholders, I extend our sincere gratitude to both Mr. Agarwala and Dr. Drabu for their dedicated service and wish them good health, happiness, and success in their future endeavors. Now, allow me to share a few remarks. Your company has embarked on a path to build a globally recognized firm and a leader in its area of expertise. You would note that in line with your company's focus on IP-led offerings in regulatory reporting and disclosure management, the name of the company has been changed from IRIS Business Services Limited to IRIS RegTech Solutions Limited, better capturing your company's core focus. Furthermore, to support our scaling operations, we have relocated your company's headquarters to a modern facility in Navi Mumbai, which now serves as our registered office. With the strategic divestment of the tax tech business and validation of our business model, we are operating with immense purpose and the operational focus to grow bigger and stronger. You will notice that this year, the annual report is built around the theme of intent, innovation, and impact. These three aspects are fundamental to how your company is organized. They infuse the energy to perform at higher levels and serve as the core architectural principle across all our business lines, while also building customer delight and delivering value to shareholders. When it comes to the aspect of intent, let me say that your company is steadfast in its approach to double down and build scale in the subtech and regtech domains where it is already well established. Our intent is to build a higher market share in the global markets where we operate. We are equipping ourselves with the right products and sales and marketing motion to make this a reality. Your company is committed to using available capital wisely as it invests resources to build a business founded on credibility and value. The industry in which we operate has favorable long-term tailwinds driven by the ongoing digital transformation initiatives across regulators and enterprises. The advent of artificial intelligence, we believe, has only accelerated the pace of digital adoption. Having said that, adverse geopolitical developments, such as the crisis we are witnessing in the Middle East, could act as short-term dampeners on the spending ability of both regulators and enterprises. Dear members, in this context, let me dwell a bit on our disclosure management suite, an offering that we have rolled out as part of IRIS Carbon. Every finance transformation program of the last decade has poured investment into ERP and consolidation. Rightly so. They are the engines that process the numbers. But the engine isn't what the world sees. What goes out, the filing, the report, the statement that a regulator, an investor, or a board reads, is what an organization is judged on. And this last mile of reporting has stayed manual. Even in enterprises with a mature ERP and a mature consolidation platform, reporting itself remains a spreadsheet and email exercise, tedious, people-intensive, and disproportionately dependent on a handful of individuals who know where the numbers live and how the narrative should read. Now, this is the gap that the disclosure management software endeavors to close. It does not replace ERP or consolidation, it sits downstream. It is the layer that takes their output and turns it into what the office of the CFO must finally stand behind. Audit ready, version controlled, and consistent across every document a company produces, from the annual report to regulatory filing to an investor deck. It is interesting to note that the last and most visible step of the office of the CFO is also the least automated one. This is the case for disclosure management. It is not a replacement for earlier automation. It is a layer that got left behind while everything upstream of it matured. The layer most organizations are still managing by hand instead of trusting a system to get right. It is also increasingly the layer that matters most for a company's own efficiency, not just compliance. Regulatory moves such as the US SEC's structured data mandates and equivalent shifts in the European Union Asia Pacific regions are pushing reporting toward the same rigor already applied to transactions and consolidation. Proactive companies that get ahead of this will do so because it makes their own processes faster and more reliable, not merely because a regulator asked them to. I am happy to mention that our disclosure management software has been well received in the market and has acquired a few marquee names as customers. We see this offering contributing significantly to our future growth. Let me now turn to the second pillar of our theme, innovation. Your company prides itself on its agility and its ability to innovate. We recognize the increasing significance of bringing innovative solutions to address the changing industry dynamics brought about by the advent of artificial intelligence. Our view is that artificial intelligence is an accelerant to our business. The use of applied artificial intelligence enables us to offer additional value to our customers while improving productivity in our software development process. For instance, RegAI helps regulators track compliance and derive insights in real time, while a sweep of AI agents in IRIS Carbon aids report authoring, real-time checks, and faster audits. At the same time, we do not see AI as a generic, one-size-fits-all solution. Our approach is to temper AI with deep domain expertise, driving towards outcomes that are repeatable and trustworthy, essential in a business built on regulatory trust. This grounding is what lets us pursue AI with ambition without losing sight of what our customers can rely on and why we see AI not as a bolt-on feature, but as a core pillar driving sustainable innovation across IRIS and creating visible value for our customers. We also see opportunities to expand into adjacent areas of the regulatory information supply chain in line with evolving customer expectations. Dear members, let me now turn to the third pillar of our theme, impact, something your company has prioritized from the very start of its journey. Our products have been instrumental in keeping financial regulatory systems robust and responsive. Across geographies, enterprises and regulators have adopted digital information standards on the back of our reporting platforms and consulting work in building electronic data dictionaries. Our initiatives in introducing an ESG reporting solution and building the MSME ecosystem through our subsidiary Iris DataTech Solutions reflect this same commitment of creating a positive impact on the world around us. Okay, now let me conclude my speech. On behalf of the board, I thank our employees, clients, partners, and shareholders as we build an institution rooted in transparency and driven by growth, not just our own, but that of the ecosystems we serve. Thank you very much for your attention. I now request Mr. Balachandran Krishnan, Whole-time Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, to address the shareholders.
Thank you, Chairman. And thank you, shareholders, for attending this AGM in good numbers. I'm sure many of you had the opportunity to go through an annual report. The Chairman has already spoken about the theme underpinning this year's report, which is intent, innovation, and impact. Following the divestment of our TaxTech business, we articulated our intention to double down on our SupTech and RegTech businesses. I'm pleased to report that we are steadily and purposefully progressing in that direction. Our focus has been on disciplined execution and on building a growth engine that will enable your company to scale sustainably over the coming years. The financial year ended March 31st, 2026 has been a significant one for us. Our disclosure management suite established a strong product market fit and secured a few important wins against formidable competitors. It is important to note that this solution is designed to enhance the productivity, efficiency, and most of all, the credibility of the CFO's office. And it's not, unlike in the past, directly linked to regulatory mandates such as XBRL filings. This year also marked our expansion into new taxation. In addition, we have embarked on expanding our SupTech platform through the introduction of new modules, broadening our solution portfolio beyond XBRL-driven data collection platforms. Dear members, we also strengthened the leadership team at IRIS with a few senior additions. These include a Chief Revenue Officer for our carbon business, a senior HR leader to head the people function, and most recently, a Chief Business Officer who will oversee our campaign, SupTech, and bank regulatory reporting businesses. We believe these additions will enhance our ability to execute on our growth ambitions. Let me now briefly touch upon our first quarter results, which were announced on August 7th. I'm pleased to share that our top-line revenue grew by 32% year-on-year during the quarter. Equally noteworthy was the progress made by IRIS Carbon, where the annual recurring revenue, the ARR of the business, increased by 11% sequentially as at the end of July 26 compared to the March 26 level. The continued growth in ARR gives us the confidence in the strength of our SaaS business and the market opportunity which is ahead of us. Now, we received some feedback from a few investors regarding the relatively low EBITDA reported in the first quarter. I would like to make 3 points in this regard. The first is that there is an element of seasonality in our business, and the first quarter is not necessarily indicative of full year performance. Second, we will continue to invest in sales and marketing to accelerate the growth of our SaaS business and expand the ARR base of IRIS Carbon. These investments are fully intentional and aligned with our long-term strategy. Thirdly, we benefit from a diversified portfolio of businesses that enables us to maintain profitability within a respectable range while continuing to invest in growth opportunities. As we look ahead, we remain excited about the future. The opportunities before us are substantial. However, alongside agility, innovation, and disciplined execution, success will also require patience as we continue to build for long-term value. Thank you again for your continued trust, support, and confidence in us. Over to you, Chair.
Thank you, Varun. I now take up the items of business as set out in the notice convening the 26th annual general meeting. Item number 1, adoption of audited financial statements for the financial year ended March 31, 2026. To receive, consider, and adopt the audited standalone and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2026, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Item number 2, reappointment of Mr. Balachandran Krishnan, DIN number 0008055 as a director liable to retire by rotation, who being eligible has offered himself for reappointment. Item number 3, reappointment of Mr. Balachandran Krishnan, DIN 0008055 as whole-time director of the company for a further period of 5 years with effect from May 1, 2027, and approval of revision in remuneration for a period of 3 years with effect from September 1, 2026. Item number 4, reappointment of Ms. Deepta Rangarajan, DIN 0040407 as whole-time director of the company for a further period of 5 years with effect from May 1, 2027, and approval of revision in remuneration for a period of 3 years with effect from September 1, 2026. Since e-voting is mandatory and the company has already provided the facility of remote e-voting to shareholders for all the resolutions, there is no requirement for proposing or seconding the resolutions. We have received requests from shareholders who have registered themselves as speaker shareholders. We will now take up their questions. I request the NSDL representative to moderate the session.
Thank you, sir. Chairman, sir, I will now invite the registered speaker shareholder one by one. All speakers are requested to keep their question brief so that other shareholder also get an opportunity. Now I invite the Bimal Kumar Agarwal, the first speaker shareholder, is not connected. We are moving to the next speaker shareholder, Anil Mehta. Please ask the question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
please.
Thank you. Good morning to you. This is Anil Mehta. Attend this annual general meeting of the company from my residence, Kandivali, Mumbai. First of all, I want to say that after the speaker registration, we have not received any information, any feedback, any reply from the secretarial department, whether you have registered my speaker number, whether registered any link, nothing. Just silent. How can we know? Because today we have seven meetings in a slot. While not attending this meeting, we are attending this meeting. Now come to the next time we are requesting you, secretary department, at least give the speaker number and at least tell me that we have all registered their names. Now come to the question part. Question number 1, looking to the global situation, how much the growth can we expect and how much it will be affect to our revenue and a bottom line in the current FY 2026-27. Second question, what is the AI effect on our business? Third question, what we are getting by keeping the current account in the bank of rupees 730 lakhs. Question number 4, what were the company's employee benefit related contribution during the year? Question number 5, where can member review the company's related party transaction policy? Question number 6, how many subsidiaries are there with Irish? And the last question, what is the average yield in the mutual fund investment? How much the brokerage or incentive or commission received from the said investment, and what rate we are borrowing the money. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite the speaker number 3, Shiny Shahaji. Ask the question, please. Request sent to you. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders. I am Shaini Shaji. I am joining from Mumbai. First of all, I would like to thank the company for giving me the opportunity to speak today, and sincerely thank the company secretary Santosh Kumar sir and the entire team sending the AGM notice and the annual report well in advance. I have gone through the annual report and found it to be clear, comprehensive, and very informative. I appreciate the efforts the management and all the employees for their hard work, dedication, and commitment throughout the year. Chairman, sir, your presentation was excellent, simple, and easy to understand. Thank you for clearing, explaining the company journey and future plans. All points are were presented and all my questions are answered. Hence, I have no question to ask. I congratulate the management on their efforts and wish the company continued success and growth. I strongly support all the resolution presented today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite the speaker number 4, Lekha Shah, is not connected. We are moving to the next speaker, shareholder speaker number 5, Prameen Kumar, to ask the question, please.
I am audible.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
A very, very good morning to my honorable, respected chairperson, respected board of director, my fellow shareholder, myself, Praveen Kumar, and I'm joining this meeting from New Delhi. The observation which I love to share with the entire house, sir. I'm with the company for years now, and I have the deepest respect to you, respected chairperson. Your opening remarks to the shareholder very, very in depth, and for a retail investor like me, informative, sir. Thank you very much for preparing your annual address ethnically. You cover almost everything where we stand and what the future like. Sir, despite so many challenges under review last year, worldwide home front, under your leadership, our company is coming out with very, very satisfactory results. So thank you for your leadership, dedication, devotion to bring sustainable value creation for a retail investor like me. And my question to the management is, under CSR activities, please let us know what kind of activities we are doing to what is the activities we are doing to build India in a very, very constructive way. And one more thing which I love to address here is our respected company secretary, Mr. Sharma, is the biggest asset, maintaining higher standard of corporate governance. Mark my word, even during the course of year, if you have any update that will be timely reply, that truly boosts my morale as far as my investment in the company is concerned. So with this note, God bless you with all the positivity so that you will take our company to the new year height in the future, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If time permitted, shareholder who have not registered but wish to ask the question may use the appropriate option available on the platform. I now request the chairman management to respond the question raised by the shareholder. Over to you.
Shall I respond?
Yeah, the 7 questions.
Okay. So thank you for all your observations and the questions. We appreciate that. And coming to the initial set of questions, before that, for Sri Anil Mehta, there has been some secretarial, some communication gap. We'll definitely strive to address that, and we'll make sure that your time is respected and we give it enough credence in terms of communication process. Now we had raised a few questions. The first question is on the global situation and how that is going to impact the current year. Now, we have mentioned in even the chairman's speech in annual report as well, the global situation, especially that in the Middle East, is something which has certain potential impact on our subtech business mostly, and that could, for example, delay some of these RFP processes which are underway before the award is finally passed on to the awardee. So we have seen that some sort of delay in the past months. Having said that, we don't see so much cause of concern at this point of time. And we have been saying that we should be able to go through this particular phase of uncertainty in the Middle East without too much of impact on our numbers. We don't really give a forecast per se, but we have said that as far as our ARR is concerned, we are looking at 35% year-on-year growth, and we do stand by that. So that is the answer to your first question. On the second question on the AI effect, we agree that AI is a technology tsunami that has been unleashed across the world. The situation is very fluid, but our view is that it's an accelerant, as the chairman very clearly articulated in his speech, to our business. We see customers getting excited about what AI can do, and they're coming to us and asking for what kind of value-added features we can build on our current solutions, which we are doing as well. And separately, apart from building features on our solution, which can substantially increase the value for our customers, we're also seeing the AI technology helping us in our software development lifecycle itself. Our software development process is faster now, and we are able to try out multiple tracks without losing so much time. So there is a lift in the software development process as well. Of course, we need to build AI fluency, and the company as an organization is clearly intent on doing that, and the process is underway as we speak. So the AI effect is right now we see it as a growth driver for us. Having said that, things are very fluid. We need to wait and watch how the entire landscape unfolds. Now, the third question was about cash in the bank, about 70 crores. I would say bulk of it, or most of it, is in fixed deposits, which we are entering into those deposits somewhere in August 2025 when we had the divestment. And this is at an interest rate of little above 6.5%, 6.5 to 6.85%. So that's the answer to the third question. Related party transactions, is available in the report. If you have more questions, please feel free to approach us. We can provide details on that. The subsidiaries, we have 5 subsidiaries, one in US, one in Singapore, we have one in Malaysia, then we have one in India, and we have one in Italy, which we will be closing down. As far as the mutual fund investments are concerned, we do have a yield of, at this point of time, roughly at about 6.9% from mutual fund investments. We are very risk averse. We keep our investments in mostly sovereign denominated investments through liquid funds or I would say AAA investments and above. So we have been very conservative in that, and we go through right now through an advisor. So it is a direct investment in mutual funds. Yes. Yeah. And thank you, Ms. Shainisha Shaji, as well as for your observations. And there was a question from Mr. Praveen Kumar on our CSR activities. So CSR activities, we have a committee which is very active, and we are really bothered about making an impact towards CSR activities. We have spent close to about 24 lakhs, 21.3 lakhs in the previous year. And Dita would like to say anything about the CSR activities. We are looking at a couple of agencies in the area of education, is it right?
Correct. So we're looking at a few areas. One is the education, another one is in and around the environment. And we look both locally, which is where we have our offices and our subsidiaries, but even beyond. So we have at this point supported 2-3 different organizations or non-profit organizations in their endeavors in the area of education.
So I think that pretty much covered the answers to the initial set of questions. Over to you, moderator.
Do we have any other questions, moderator?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I hope the queries raised by the shareholders have been answered satisfactorily. Members who have not yet cast their votes may do so through the e-voting facility available during the AGM. The e-voting window will remain open for 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. The voting results, along with the scrutinizer's report, will be declared within the prescribed timeline and will be submitted to the stock exchanges and placed on the website of the company and NSDL. I sincerely thank all shareholders, directors, auditors, scrutinizer, NSDL team, management, and employees for attending and participating in this annual general meeting. With this, I declare the meeting concluded. Thank you and have a good day. And I wish all of you a very, very happy Independence Day tomorrow. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.